Sterling's comments are just despicable. There's no excuse. And like Mr. Bundy, he's finished in the court of public opinion. But why would these men say these things? The answer is twofold. First, both men are ignorant. Bundy has no idea what slavery was, and Sterling doesn't seem to understand that in America, you cannot deny anyone anything because of race. Second, both men have a sense of entitlement, and that's a key. Cliven Bundy sincerely believes that he should be exempt from paying grazing taxes. An insane sense of entitlement when others in his circumstance have to pay them and are paying them. Sterling has too much money and thinks he can shoot his mouth off and say whatever he wants because he has bought his way out of past controversies. In 2005, Sterling settled a discrimination suit brought by some of his minority tenants in Los Angeles. 2009, he settled a federal discrimination lawsuit and had to pay close to $3 million. Also in 2009, the general manager of the Clippers, NBA legend Elgin Baylor, sued Sterling for racial discrimination, among other things. Mr. Baylor lost that one. However, there's no question that Sterling is a problem. But here's the headline. It's primarily his problem, not the country's problem. He's shameful, but does not represent anyone other than himself.
You know what, guys? It makes sense here, actually.
Coach of the Clippers, Doc Rivers, is a fine man. How do you think he feels? His team's in the playoffs. 12 of the 14 players are black. Mr. Rivers is a man of accomplishment and pride. So you can imagine what this has done to him and his team, which has worked hard all season. Other NBA legends have been insulted as well.
I met with Donald 2 or 3 times. He wanted to discuss the issues with his Clipper team. So I had a friendship with him. So for him to then make these comments or alleged comments about myself as well as other African Americans and minorities, there's no place in our society for it.
We cannot have an NBA owner discriminating against a league that we're a black league, Ernie. We are a black league. I don't know the number, but I'd probably say 80% of our players are black.
Now, the outrage felt by those men and others is a positive thing. They have a perfect right to be angry and to demand that Sterling be punished, and he will be. He will most likely lose control of his team. I can't imagine that he could hang on to the Clippers. But not all the reaction to Sterling was appropriate.
What do you guys think about this? Please comment.
That own the Clippers, you
Snoop Dogg.
red chicken. You, your mama, and everything connected to you, you racist piece of you.
So let me ask Calvin Broadus something. Do you really think that helps the cause of anti-discrimination in the United States? Or are you just trying to get publicity for yourself? I think we all know the answer. The bigger picture, there are bigots in every country. There are bigots of every race. For example, what are we to think of the thousands of people who go to hear Louis Farrakhan rant against whites and Jews? But those folks represent a very small portion of the African American community. Same thing with Reverend Jeremiah Wright, who's made a number of anti-white comments and who has condemned his own country. The vast majority of black religious people are good and decent, so it's not fair to draw any general conclusions from Wright or Farrakhan or Sterling or Bundy. They are just misguided individuals. Nevertheless, the anger they engender is real. I believe when most Americans see and hear racism in their own lives, they get furious. One of the strongest scenes ever in a movie was this upcoming sequence in Mississippi Burning, when FBI agent Gene Hackman confronts a racist deputy.
I got a question for you, Clinton. You don't mind if I call you Clinton, do you? I feel like I know you so well. Well, we have it. On the night of the murders, you made a short speech as the bulldozer buried the kids in the dam. How does Lester tell him? Mississippi would be proud of you. You've struck a blow for the white man. Is that what you said, Clinton?
You got a stupid smile, you know that, pal? Can you see it? Huh? Come on. Smile when the bulldozer around the black kid's body. Can you? Did you smile when the bodies
same stupid smile? Ha! Did ya? Make no mistake about it, Deputy. I'll cut your head clear off and I'll give it how it reads in the report sheet.
Now that scene epitomizes how most decent people want to confront individual racism. But we can't. We can't. We have to leave it to the authorities and understand that this country has come a very long way from the days when denying Americans opportunity because of their skin color was acceptable in some places. Now, racists pay a huge price. For the rest of his life, Donald Sterling will be a pariah. He will not be celebrated anywhere or welcomed anywhere other than the lunatic fringe precincts. Finally, there will be people who seek to exploit Sterling and Bundy. Right away, Al Sharpton began threatening to boycott if Sterling wasn't dealt with the way he, Sharpton, thinks he should be. Instead of allowing the National Basketball Association to investigate and issue a ruling, which it will tomorrow, Sharpton exploited the situation immediately, trying to bring attention to himself. Really sad. In the end, racism will never be wiped out. It's a neurosis, a mental deficiency. It will always be around. But America is a place that no longer tolerates it in the public arena, as Donald Sterling and Cliven Bundy have learned the hard way. And that's a matter.
All right, guys. This is Art. Today I didn't talk much. So tell me what you think. And that's it. Put your comments. Let me know what you think.